Liz, in your presentation at the conference, you'll be talking about the science-y part of constellations, the part where we talk about famines and feasts and other events, perhaps cultural, perhaps referring to war or refugee status, that show us how epigenetics are alive in our families and in our cultures.
So, today, when you turn on the television set, all you see is person after group and story after story of these refugees that are fleeing the extremists in the Middle East and North Africa. And those people, their children, their grandchildren, and even great-grandchildren, because they've already been able to follow epigenetic changes for up to 4 generations, and they suspect even longer. So we're seeing a huge group of epigenetic changes happening in front of our eyes on TV. We see, and we're lucky to have the gentleman whose name escapes me at the moment, who works with veterans. We have wars all the time. These people do not come home unscathed. They come home with scars. Maybe they look okay and maybe they function. Maybe they don't talk about it. Maybe they don't wake up in the middle of the night with screaming nightmares of full-blown PTSD. But we have these vets coming home who are changed because of war. In my very own practice, I have a woman whose mother was a Holocaust survivor. She was one of the children that was sent across Europe on the kinder transport when she was just a young woman, maybe 11 or 12 years old. And that's pretty traumatic, to be sent from country to country all alone. And as my research grew and expanded, I saw that this woman, she looked pretty much like a nutcase. And she's an over 60 lady who has been in therapy her entire life and never made any headway. All she did was stay afloat. And I saw that this woman had PTSD and she had never had a major trauma. She had inherited epigenetically her mother's trauma. In constellations, we see that all the time. I go to Europe so often that I'm possibly more familiar with it than some people that don't have it so in their face as I've seen it, but it's there, and we need to be aware of that, because people who grow up in this country with plenty and nice schools and nice clothes and nice cars, they don't look like they have trauma, and yet they may be carrying the trauma of their ancestors.